Set Lagos!
Why is it? Why is it?
Bacon's way.
Oh.
It is from the blue corner, or I should say the red corner. Okay? Please see Kenny. He has
I think I share the live for them. The live. This is the first time officially live. Shift it to me.
Okay, my command. We have to move. Whatever I tell you, if I tell you to stop, you stop. If I tell you to breathe, that is you are holding yourself to separate. You understand? That's the rule of the game. And we don't commit foul. Anyhow, you understand? That is it. So you obey me at all times. Understand? Touch gloves. Just touch. Separate.
Instructions finally issued. Carterefe and Portable. 4 2-minute rounds. Every bit a catch weight contest. The size difference is stark. Both men have huge social media followings. Millions between them. But now they go toe-to-toe in the ring, and Portable fast out of the traps. The structure can't it's a difficult one to analyze, but they're doing your best.
That's crazy, absolutely crazy stuff there. And you can
Don't look at that!
You just wrestling right here. And they need to listen to the referee, and that's where the problem is. Because I'm never one thing at the NFL. WWE or something right now.
They didn't really listen to the instructions before the fight. I think this is going to quickly become a stream.
Yeah. And then both of them, I think Carter knows that if he's going to come, he has to come aggressively as well. Because that's what Porter was all about. Porter, most times in his victory, has actually used, aggression, intimidation, and a host of other things. And Carter is trying to tell him, bring whatever you want to bring. I'm right here. And I think he's matched him well enough. Don't forget, it's the taller of the two fighters. And of course, he's also got the reach as well. And he's got the same kind of following. Also ushering his crowd, telling them they need to come. But I think that if Porter calms himself down, he looks like the better boxer that can score punches. Because I saw Carterefe swinging very wildly. And we got to a stage where he was pretty much like hammering down at the back of his opponent.
He's got the pose and the demeanor of the boxer between the two, but of course, the height difference means he's happy to stretch to fire anything. Well, has to go to the body, but well, it's rocking something stuff, and it's whoever lands first here.
And now you can see that Portable knows that if he has that punch power as well. Can we finish it up? He's cashed Portable. But it's got a lot of energy as well.
10,000 viewers. 10,000 viewers.
In this fight.
Don't use this fucking chat.
Recognize.
What that is over there?
And the moment he can't he's not just to walk into a bomb. And that's not what he wants to do.
But this 10,000 is at 10,000 viewers. It's not crazy. 10,000 viewers. Yeah.
Some time ago.
Now that's one people that rules like that. Now there's the one people that rules.
Just walk.
Now there's the one people that rules.
And Carter players.
Now there's the one people that rules. Shut up now.
Wonder. Even worked on anything in the gym.
These guys have totally thrown all boxing skills they have been taught in the last 2 weeks, months, out of the window, out of the building. Right?
It's one shape of.
You see the way this just, it's not the bleed. You see the way they bleed. Not the bleed like dog. Watch the way this starts. Portable don't dey breathe like dog. Portable dey big tire. Now wetin I notice for last match, the big tire.
I'm not sure when it comes to followership and crazy people, you know. But one thing you can be sure of is that Carterefe has been able to make a statement with that first round, and Portable knows that it's not going to be easy for him. You see Efe using that left hand, you know, to create some sort of opportunity for him. Very unorthodox fighting style for both of them. I mean, it's pretty much like Efe swinging up his uppercuts.
Be interesting to look at the CompuBox numbers at the end of that round.
Carterefe won't keep Portable.
And it feels like the referee himself is so scared to even get in the middle so that he doesn't get caught with one by himself.
Yeah, I do wonder if our referee knows quite what he's let himself in for here. Just as well we haven't gone with corner graphics. Carterefe has a corner team of about 24.
And age could also be a factor here as well. 24 to 32.
Portable, the senior man by 8 years, but does have the little of any boxing experience out of the two.
And you know the funny thing about it, every time if he's hoping, you know, I'm not here to fight you. We're just here to celebrate and have fun. He always wants to Portable is not
Struggle to see how Portable is going to land anything upstairs.
It's not.
He continues to probe them.
If it's doing a great job,
Get up!
Rock slightly, Carterefe swings and misses with the big right. Gets up, the referee's just going to let them truck on. And why not?
Carterefe the laugh.
if it's definitely edging this with what we've seen.
That's Carterefe the laugh.
It's been able to land some very big punches, but you can also see that Portable has got a lot of stamina. He's got a structure as well because other celebrities will have dropped from some of the bombs that Efe has dropped. But my concern is if it's got a lot of energy as well. If you see him on his streaming, you think he's a madman as well. So I want to see what's going to happen in the third round. Will they still have this intensity?
I wonder if everything else is potentially Dr. Portable, who's in a bad way in that corner.
Yeah, and I think he's exhausted himself with all the dancing and all the crazy stuff.
Yeah, I think the adrenaline of both.
I tell you now.
It just got a much more, and it is hot in this arena. I think they've called that the end of round two. Oh my word, this sets the scene for a new Nakatani, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I think we're going to see something a little bit different at breakfast.
I thought I said Portable the tire queen is. Now why I bet for about the Carterefe? Now this one is zero. I'm a spiritual man.
I will not be surprised if it's not coming out of that corner. And you can see Efe already when we get to that. But for now, let's stick with Portable. The doctor is going into the ring because he can see how exhausted he is as well. And don't forget, these guys aren't professional boxers, so it has to be taken into consideration. You see the way he's panting there.
But it has been a long night. Obviously, these fighters have been waiting backstage for quite a few hours. And I think the sheer adrenaline got them through that opening couple of minutes, but there's nothing left in the tank, is there?
He needs to reserve his energy and try and fight a bit more sensibly. The man who touched gloves with him earlier on is one of the biggest fighters out of Nigeria, Taiwo Esheko Agbaje. He was at the young ball for some, bouts.
Portable don't die, so Portable don't die, yo.
Looking more relaxed amongst the two of them. He's somebody that I think that if he needs to up the ante, he will definitely do that.
Portable don't see who pass her. Carterefe go buy him. I know what's at the top.
Breaks in proceedings tonight. We get another one here. It's Carterefe.
Coming there will be Christmas.
Large Twitch streaming following in the entire continent of Africa, but he's never been in a boxing ring. Portable has been in there twice. He's won 2 decision victories over Charles Okocha and Speed Darlington. So he got through those fights, but potentially the build up to this one is all a bit too much. He's hyped himself up. He's hyped himself up into an absolute frenzy. Dr. being insulted at ringside. Portable was shaking his head, but I think he was shaking his head as if to say, do not call this on. Do not pull me out of this fight.
And that's my problem with him. His corner's trying to get him to be calm, but he seems to be jumping up the place. And then I'm telling him, and the doctors like, really happy words because they don't want any serious health situation on their hands.
I can tell you the promoter, Easy Adama, was having a chat with the doctor as well. And everyone wants to get a conclusion to this fight, but of course, the safety